Moi taas kaikki ja tervetuloa. Today, as you can read on the title of this video, I'm going to do my first story time, yes, again in English, because I have been only doing this speaking Finnish videos, but this is the story of the day I got lost in Finland. Let's start. When I was in Finland, of course, I wanted to go everywhere, and I was very excited to experience juhannuspäivä there in Finland. Juhannuspäivä, it's middle summer day night, and it was very special for me. So right in the morning I was ready with my best friend, and we were like, what are we gonna do? Maybe around 10 a.m. she told me, hey, let's go to morning walk to the forest, and that way where Satu showed us yesterday. Because one day before, my Finnish friend tried to teach us how to go here and there in the area near home. I said este in Spanish. Well, and I wasn't really sure about that idea, but she told me what can happen, it's only a morning walk. So I said okay, yes. But that morning it was raining, and of course I didn't have an umbrella there, and we started walking, and I was like okay. But then I was amazed about the nature and everything. It was so green, and the silence and the animals and everything. And actually we had really good shots of that day, really good pictures. But I remember my friend told us you only have to walk, and when you want to come home you only have to turn right and you will be back. There's no way for you to get lost. So I said okay, and we continued walking and walking and walking until I remember we went through a park and some residence area, and I told to Nat, we are already lost. I don't remember this place yesterday. And she was like, oh, don't worry, it's Finland. Yeah, we are lost, but what will happen? I was like, well, yeah, it's Finland, everything is okay. But I was thinking about my mother voice in my head, like, be careful about the animals in the forest and blah blah. And I was like, if my mom get noticed that I got lost here, she will get crazy, because it's only my second day in Finland and I am already lost somewhere. Maybe you are thinking, why didn't you use your cell phone or Google Maps? Well, the reason is because I already had this internet service on my cell phone, but my cell phone was at home. It's supposed to be only a short walk, and we had like 20 minutes walking, so I didn't have my cell phone, and the internet service didn't work on my friend's cell phone. So we were there with no way to communicate with someone. So I remember we arrived to a place that I recognized. It's called Cafe Gabriela, and it's by the ocean or the lake, I don't know what it is. And I was like, okay, I recognize this place. I know we have to walk that way, but I didn't know how. I tried, but I didn't know how. And in the end, my idea was like, stay in the residence area until someone was coming near, and ask for help. So the first one, it was a man, very, very nice. I have to say, everyone in Finland, if you ask them for help, they will try their best to help you, and I am so thankful to them. But he told me like, I can try to explain to you, but I am not so sure about which area you want to go. So he tried, but actually it didn't work. And happily I remembered the address of our home in there, so that was really helpful. After him it was another lady. She was walking with her dogs, and only imagine my face like, hey stranger, we are lost and we are trying to go back, blah blah. I had to explain all my story, and she told me like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't have my cell phone here, how to show you on the Google Maps or something. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. And I was getting more stressed, of course. But in the end, we found this angel, a young woman with her baby. And I asked for help. I explained it again. We are lost, we have to go home, blah, blah, blah. And she said, of course, she already knew we didn't have a cell phone, so she told me, you want to use my cell phone to call someone? And I was like, oh yes, please. So I called my sis, my friend there in Finland, and she was like, who is this? Because it was, of course, a strange number for her. And I was like, oh, it's me, sis. And she told me, oh, girls, come in, the door is open. And I was like, she thinks we are outside her house. And I was like, how I am going to say this? She's going to get mad if I tell her, but I have to do it. I was like, sis, we are not home. I think we are lost. And I was like, oh. But then she started laughing, of course. Some people, it's welcome. Yeah, she started laughing and was like, why? Where are you? And I said, I don't know. I explained it a little bit. It was a morning walk and that. And she was like, please stay in there. Don't walk anywhere else. I'll be there in some minutes. So this girl who helped me told her the exact address or the area where we were, and this girl told us, don't worry, someone is coming to pick you from here, and but please don't move, stay in here, don't go anywhere else. She was like really worried about us staying in there and don't walk anymore. And I remember her baby, it was like, why are you stopping my morning walk with mom, stupid tourist. But it was very, now it's very funny, but in that moment I was like, I wanna go home, I don't know where we are, blah 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 blah. We started with a morning walk and now we are lost and we are waiting for my friend Satu to come and pick us. And yeah, after 20 minutes my friend arrived. I saw her car and I was like, oh yeah, we are safe. And she was laughing all the time, and when we arrived home everybody already knew we were lost. And the days later when friends was coming home, they were like, oh, you are the tourists that were lost in Espoo. And I was like, yeah, it was me. And that was the last day we lived home without cell phone and internet service. And it's a nice story time, I think, because I didn't expect that. It was the first adventure there in Finland. Well, yeah, that's my first story time. And maybe next video in this channel will be again in Finnish because I have to do the huhtikuun puhumassa suomea video. And if you want to talk or something with me, ask something, whatever you know, you can find me on Instagram. It's here. And yeah, I wish you're having a great time. And if you have had this kind of adventure or experience somewhere to get lost, write in the comments below. Because for me it was like, come on, I am already 27. Who get lost at 27? Well, that happened to me. Yeah, so nähdään taas uudestaan. And thank you so much for watching my video. Moi moi!